This swing fault that we're going to talk about is called a sway. Okay? Again, you see it a lot. It causes a lot of things in the downswing to happen, a lot of bad things to happen. So a lot of swing faults in the downswing occur because of what's going on in the backswing with this type of a move, this incorrect movement, which we call a sway. What happens is when we're looking at it from this face-on view, we have the person take their posture, make a golf swing. We draw a line right along their hip, just to the outside of their hip. What we're looking for is their hip staying against this line that we draw, or is it moving to the right? And with a sway, what we see, if you can visualize that line against my right hip, is the person will make a backswing, and that's all they'll do is they'll just kind of sway to the right. There won't be any rotation, so they'll get to the top of their swing and it'll look more like this, where the right hip is outside of that baseline, outside of their support system of their right foot, causing their upper body to lean backwards and not rotate that well. So their sternum is on the inside of their body and their right hip is on the outside, which we don't want. Now, a lot of times this happens because people are told, shift your weight to your right side, move on to your right side. So they take that literally, and what they do is they literally shift their weight to the right side and they sway to the outside, which we don't want. We're looking for less shift and more rotation. Okay? So what's going to happen is you visualize that line, you get to the top of your swing, you're looking to rotate your body more properly, keep your hip on that line, not let it sway to the right. So a great exercise to do, you can do it with a club or without a club. I'll demonstrate it with a club, is that split stance exercise. From this side, you see all my weight's on my right side, a little bit of weight on the back toe of the left foot if you're right-handed. So again, to demonstrate from this view, this angle, I take my setup, I'm in good golf posture, all my weight's on my right side. All I'm looking to do is make as much of a rotation as I possibly can, only go back as far as I can. That's all we're looking to do. We don't need to go back any farther. And really feel how your right hip and your right butt are working to stabilize your lower body, not let it sway to the right. Another thing that you can do is, again, have some kind of barrier. And I'm going to demonstrate with this pad. So we have some kind of barrier, and you put it right against the person's right hip. Okay? And if it's something where they can't swing, that's fine. They can just make the movement pattern without a club. Here we can make a golf swing. So it's right against the right hip. And what I'm looking to do is not sway out to the right, but keep my right hip against this barrier and just rotate it into it. So when I get to the top of my swing, I'm still touching the barrier, but I've rotated my hip properly, almost feeling as if my right hip pocket or my right pocket is moving backwards into this barrier. And that's going to give you a sensation of what it's like to rotate as opposed to sway. And what that does to the upper body is it allows the upper body, without the club in my hand, it allows the upper body to rotate and move towards the right. So now the sternum is more over the right side, and it's being supported, and it's more level from the top of your body down to the ground.